What if the habits you repeat every day, the ones that feel harmless, normal, even productive, are quietly dulling your mind? Not in an obvious way, not all at once, but slowly, subtly, over time. Because intelligence isn't just how fast you think or how much you know, it's how clearly you live, how you handle information, how often you allow your mind to settle long enough to actually think. Most people don't lose that clarity suddenly, they lose it through routine. Take your relationship with distraction. Notice how quickly your hand reaches for your phone the moment there's nothing to do. A pause in conversation, a few quiet minutes, a short walk. The mind has learned to escape boredom instantly. But boredom is not empty, it's fertile. It's where ideas connect, where problems untangle themselves, where insight forms without effort. When you replace every quiet moment with noise, you train your brain to expect stimulation instead of depth. Over time, focus weakens, thinking becomes shallow. The mind forgets how to wander on its own. The people who shaped history didn't do their best thinking while scrolling. They did it in silence. If you can't sit with quiet, it's not just rest you're avoiding, it's thinking. Then there's the habit of speaking more than listening, interrupting, preparing your response instead of hearing the other person, arguing to win rather than to understand. It feels confident, but it closes the door to learning. Intelligence doesn't come from already knowing, it comes from staying open. The most perceptive people in the room are rarely the loudest. They're watching, absorbing, connecting patterns others miss. Listening isn't passive, it's active intelligence at work. Every perspective you dismiss is a chance to sharpen your thinking that you chose to ignore. Another quiet habit is avoiding things that make you feel incompetent. You start something new, a skill, a book, an idea, and the moment it becomes uncomfortable, you step away. Not because you're incapable, but because discomfort threatens your self-image. But that discomfort is the signal. It's where your brain is being asked to stretch. Avoid it long enough, and the mind becomes fragile. It adapts less, solves less, creates less. The people who grow sharper over time are not the ones who feel smart all the time. They're the ones willing to feel confused, slow, and unfinished. Struggle is not proof of weakness. It's proof that learning is happening. And finally, there's the most subtle habit of all, believing you already know enough. Curiosity fades. Questions feel unnecessary. Opinions harden. Reading becomes shallow. Thinking becomes recycled. The mind stops evolving not because it reached the truth, but because it stopped questioning it. The most intelligent people stay mentally young because they approach life like beginners, open, curious, willing to change their mind. If you can't remember the last time you did, that's not certainty, that's stagnation. None of this is about intelligence as a trait you either have or don't. It's about patterns. Distraction erodes focus. Talking too much limits learning. Avoiding difficulty weakens growth. Pride suffocates curiosity. But the moment you notice these habits, something shifts. You don't need to force intelligence. You just need to stop blocking it. Let your mind be quiet sometimes. Listen more than you speak. Stay with what feels difficult. Question what feels settled. Intelligence isn't about knowing everything. It's about staying clear, curious, and disciplined enough to keep learning, even when it's uncomfortable. If this made you pause, don't rush past it. Sit with it for a moment. And if one of these habits felt familiar, you already know where to begin.